Hi everyone, welcome back to my vet journey. So today in this video we will be talking about the mistakes which you should avoid during your NEET preparation and some of my advices for the NEET aspirants who are watching this video. Since I was also a NEET aspirant in 2021, so I committed a lot of mistakes which I would like to share with you guys and what not to do and what to do according to my experience. So without wasting your time, let's get started. So my NEET score was 516. Since I committed a lot of mistakes, so I do not want you people to do those mistakes, and I am sharing you piece of advices through this video. I hope it will be helpful for you. So let's get into it. And I request you to watch this video till the end because each and every point is really important. So don't skip the video, watch till the end. Those mistakes were: number one, lack of proper schedule. If you do not follow proper schedule, then you won't be able to cover all the syllabus at a particular time and you won't get time for the revision as well. Second is lack of healthy diet and sleep. If you skip your sleep and a healthy diet because of your studies, then it will definitely affect your studies. It will lower down your efficiency and productivity. Now, why am I saying that health is important? Because I know my friend who got sick day before the NEET exam. Now, can you imagine? So that's why I'm saying that maintaining a healthy diet is important. Third is wasting time. So, what I used to do is I used to scroll videos related to NEET on YouTube, like motivational videos, like videos of toppers giving the interviews, and a lot of things like NEET preparation strategy and all those things. And you know what? I ended up being confused. I ended up being diverted. Fourth is not studying NCERT. So I'm damn sure who are watching this video are the NEET aspirants. You're definitely reading biology NCERT and chemistry NCERT up to an extent, but not physics NCERT. Only some of you are reading physics NCERT. So this is the most common mistakes which most of the NEET aspirants do, and I was also one of them. I didn't touch my physics NCERT, and you know what? I suffered a lot because of that. So the next is overthinking. So this is a very common thing among the NEET aspirants. They think about future. Like most of us think about the future. Like what if I not be selected in the NEET exam? My relatives, what will they think of me? I know it happens, and you know what? I also gone through those phases when I used to think like, what if I not been selected in the NEET exam? What if I didn't complete my exam on time? Everything I used to think about the future, and you know what? I ruined my present. It affected my study. The next is not writing down mistakes. So what I used to do is I used to check my mock test paper, and the questions which I attempted wrong, I didn't write those in a particular notebook. I didn't made any notebook for the mistakes. So what happened is I again did those mistakes in other mock tests. I was just repeatedly doing those mistakes, and in the final exam, in the NEET exam also, I committed those mistakes. Lack of analysis, that is not analyzing your mistakes which you commit in the mock test papers, not analyzing the level of questions, not analyzing the concepts, and not analyzing the topics from which the questions are repeatedly asked. The next mistake which I did was referring too many books. So instead of NCRT, what I used to do is I used to search for other books, other coaching books. So this was a big mistake which I committed. So don't do these mistakes. Now, what things you should do? Now let's talk about those things which I realized after giving my NEET exam, that if I would have done those things, I would have been selected in the NEET. So let's talk about those things. So the very first thing is revise the topics by asking questions, not by just reading. What I mean is, for example, today I want to study meiosis. So for studying meiosis, I have two options. The very first thing is just reading line by line, just reading the book line by line, and just reading it and complete my topic. The second thing is, before reading, I would ask myself what is meiosis. I will ask myself the process, the stages. I just recap those things in my mind, and then after revising those things in my mind, and then I will start the meiosis. So what will happen is, when I will read, my all the memory will be polished. Are you getting? So next is time management, which is really important. If you study everything but you're not able to manage your time, then you will be in a great loss. So you have to manage your time, because the NEET exam is like you have to complete the exam within a particular hours. So the question is how you can manage your time. So it starts with your NEET preparation only. So before studying, you have to set an alarm or set a timer according to the NEET exam timings. So at the time of studying, you need to set a timer of 3 hours or whatever the timing of the NEET exam is, and you have to study during those hours. So the very important thing, NEET exam takes place between 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. I don't know, it might get changed, but during my time it was 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. So this was the official time during which NEET exam used to held every year. If you sleep in your home at this time, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m., after having your lunch, you sleep at this time. So, what will happen is it will be in your habit. Now, in the NEET exam, also, your mind will not be that much active because it's in a habit of sleeping at this time. You do not have to sleep at this time, you have to study, especially in the afternoon and in the evening. Coming to the next important thing, that is, for example, if you have enough time for your NEET exam, for example, you have 6 or 7 months for your NEET exam, so you have a plenty of time. So in this time, you should start your preparation with the hard topics and the topics in which you're not that much strong. You have to work on them. So just start preparing those topics, start from difficult topics. But if you have very less time, like 1 month or 2 months, so you should start preparing easy topics. Just cover all the easy topics and easy chapters first, and then come to the hard chapter. The reason why I'm saying this, because if you start with the hard topics and you do not have much time, so it will consume much of your time and you're not able to revise easy topics, which results in losing marks from the easy topics. So you do not have to lose marks from the easy topics or the topics in which you are strong. So just revise it first in case you don't have much time, and then come to the hard topics. And whenever you feel demotivated, ask yourself why you started. Okay. And one more important thing, solve previous year question papers. It is really, really, really important, because many questions are repeatedly asked every year. So you have to grab that questions. So you have to attempt previous year question papers and note down the important topics and read them thoroughly. So what you do is, you just solve all the previous year question papers and make a list of those topics from which every year questions are being asked. So list down those topics and just revise it again and again. Then analyze your mistakes and attempt mock test as much as you can. This will give you an idea of your level of preparation, as well as what things which you should not do. These things which you will realize after giving the mock test. And yes, don't get demotivated if you score less marks in your mock test. Rather, take it as a motivation to score good in the upcoming test. So, don't lose hope if you get less marks in your mock test. Just figure out your mistakes and work on them. Next is, don't refer too many books at the same time. Just do questions from different books, but don't refer too many books at the same time. And then revision, revision, and revision. You have to revise as much as you can. The next is, set small goals. Don't go for big goals. Just set day to day goals and complete them, and then move on to the next goals. And continuously keep that thing in your mind which motivates you for studying. This is very important, because sometimes what happens is, during our preparation we feel demotivated, we don't feel like studying. I know it happens with me also, it happened. There is one thing in everyone's mind that motivates you for studying, but at the time of preparation, we forgot those things. So just keep that thing in your mind. For example, if I think like wearing that white coat, So wearing that white coat motivates me to study so that I could achieve that goal. So what happens is I will study. If I think like that, I will study. So like that you can get motivated. Make a proper timetable. Sleep at a particular time, wake up at a particular time. Don't just go like as such. Just make a proper timetable. Next is have good sleep and healthy food, as I earlier said. So keep this thing in your mind. Third is don't focus on study hours, rather focus on qualitative study hours. What I mean is, like you have heard from a lot of people and from YouTube videos as well that I have studied 12 hours for NEET preparation. During my NEET preparation, I have studied 18 hours, 10 hours. So this is the study hours, right? But what I mean to say is the qualitative study hours. For example, if you're studying for 10 hours and out of that 10 hours, in 4 hours, your mind is not in your book, it's somewhere else. So what's the advantage of the additional 4 hours? What's the advantage of studying 10 hours if you are not focused on your on your book at that time? So don't focus on the study hours, focus on those hours during which your mind is completely in your book. You're very productive at that time. So increase that time. Next thing is focus on your holy book, that is NCERT. You have to do each and every topic, each and every question from NCERT, no matter what the subject is. You have to read NCERT. So the next thing is focus on all the subjects equally. It's not like reading biology every time or reading chemistry every time. You have to read equally. You have to give equal time to all the subjects. So don't give much importance to one subject, because in my NEET exam when I scored 516, out of which 340 was my biology marks and my physics marks was 60. So can you imagine the difference? So you have to keep this in mind. The next is make a separate notebook for writing your mistakes, as I earlier said. Then make flowcharts and tricks. This is very important. This will save your time at the last moment if you make flowcharts and tricks while reading or studying. And don't forget to focus on diagrams and graphs, which is there in your NCRT. This is very important. So keep this in mind. The next is take break between the study hours to refresh your mind, which is a must. Now for physics, you have to make a formula sheet. It is very important to list down all the formulas of complete 11th and 12th chapters. So make a formula sheet. Focus on the concepts and solve NCRT questions. This is a very important part. Practice questions with time limit. So just before practicing questions, set a timer and do those questions within that time limit. Make a graph sheet. Graph sheet is very important because there are so many graphs in NCRT books, so you have to draw all the graphs on a notebook or on a sheet, and you have to revise it again and again. And don't neglect easy things. Easy things are also important, so take care of it. The next thing is talking about the chemistry. So read NCRT thoroughly, make a separate formula sheet, and solve NCRT questions. Same goes with bio as well. So in biology, read NCRT thoroughly, pay attention to diagrams and labelings, and revise. And all the best for the NEET exam. On Instagram also by My Vet Journey, and on Telegram also by My Vet Journey, where I upload notes, veterinary notes. So link is in the description. You can check it out. So that's all in this video. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye.